Okay, I believe some of you saw in your email inbox regarding the trade idea and also to advertise my webinar. Those trade ideas are done by me, and basically I try to give you the nicest looking chart. So 2 weeks ago I spotted the dollar sing short, and that was a beauty of a trade. Okay, I think at least about 200-300 pips if any of you took the trade based on the trade idea. So dollar sing came down to 135. I got out at 135. Now it's lingering below 135, but doesn't matter. I'm already out of it. But that was a really nice trade. This week though, this week I mentioned the euro dollar. Okay, there are nice trends out there as well, which I'll cover later. But I thought I mentioned the euro dollar because this is a very, very key level that you're looking at. Okay, so if you look at this whole area here, right? I think I mentioned before, I've not traded the euro dollar for months, simply because the weekly and daily has been consolidating for so long. It's not my cup of tea. There's so much better trends out there. But you look at this level here. This is 11450 area. It's just amazing how strong the resistance is. It's not broken for the whole of 2015, and we are at that area again. Okay, this little false breakout here happened in August 2015. It's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, I really remember this false breakout because I got lucky. I admit that I got lucky, and but it's really a tricky one because if you look at how long the shadow is, if I'm not wrong, euro strengthened because China devalued its currency, causing a lot of panic and risk aversion. So a lot of the carry trade unwinded back to euro. For those of you not familiar, carry trade is basically a what investors do, whereby they borrow money from a low interest currency like the yen, and invest it in high yielding currency like more often not Aussie or Kiwi. But recent times, euro is becoming a funding currency as well because of its low or now negative interest rates. Okay, so you notice whenever the market panics, and provided euro has no bad news coming out, for euro, no news is good news. Okay, so whenever the market panics and euro is relatively quiet, you can see euro strengthening. Even though you know the euro currency is really bad because of negative rates, but it is becoming a funding currency. So this was the case here in 2015 August, whereby China devalued the yen, risk aversion came in, and a lot of people bought the euro. But the whole thing just came back down. But this 114 area, anywhere between 114 to 11450 or 11460 is a very, very key resistance area that you want to look up for, okay, on the weekly chart. No brainer. Now, what I want to see if you're going to be bullish is you want to see a candle close above the 11450. Because if you notice closely, right, the highest candle close this level was just at 11450. If we're able to close the candle above it, oh, that is it's going to be very interesting. This is a very good indication that the bulls are in charge. Okay, if not, you see all these shadows here? Cannot close. So it's been trying it for the past 2 weeks, still trying. If you look at the daily chart, okay, if you look at daily chart, daily is on the uptrend, yeah? If you look at this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, another higher high, and you can see that all these candles trying to push higher, trying to push higher, trying to push higher, still on a uptrend, okay? And if you look at the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart is a bit more sideways consolidation. Now, I know some of you are very, very keen to just take a shot right now because you know that it's a strong resistance. How many of you are looking at that? Just to short and see what it gives. Because if you look at the weekly chart, the downside can be quite far away, isn't it? Look at that. If you take a shot from here and it goes to the next level support, it's on the weekly chart. There's 112, it's almost 200 over pips. All right, so I know some of you, in fact, many of traders will be tempted to that. Oh, you did, Divya, you did it, you shot. Cool. Now, it's not wrong or right, but for me, does it fulfill a strategy? Is your strategy a counter trend strategy? And what does the chart need to show you before you take the shot? Because if you're going to see a weekly chart and just say that, wow, it's a strong resistance, I'm just going to short and put a high stop, that's not a strategy. Okay, and you might get lucky this time, but in the future, all these little shadows, the shadows on the higher term time frame charts, might you might accumulate losses because of that. You get what I mean? Because sometimes the high term time frame, the support and resistance is not a specific price, it's a zone, isn't it? So sometimes you might make a peak higher, knock you out, and then start coming down and you make a loss. You get what I mean? So just be very mindful if you're just taking trades off long-term resistance. It looks very tempting. Yes, it looks very tempting because you know that it's a very strong resistance. But to me, even if I want to short, the 4-hour is still a bit more bullish. I need at least the 4-hour support to break first. Yeah. Sorry about that. I need the 4 hours to at least come down and break the support first, then to confirm my trade. Okay, this whole idea about confirming the trade and being patient, to me is very important. Okay, because that's my strategy, and I need to follow my strategy to the core, especially if you are looking to be a full-time trader, because discipline is a very, very big part of being a full-time trader, or becoming a good trader. And every time when you take pot shots in the market and try to get lucky, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it doesn't cultivate discipline. Because that's how discipline works, isn't it? How discipline gets stronger is that you always follow it. The more you follow a rule or the more you follow a strategy, your discipline gets stronger and stronger and stronger. But every now and then when you take pot shots here and there and you don't follow a strategy, your discipline will become very flimsy and you tend to lose consistency as a trader. So what you want is, the objective for trading is what? It's not just winning, but it's to win consistently. Okay, there's a big difference between winning and winning consistently. So a strategy is very, very important. That's why you need to follow the rules, even though it looks tempting. Okay, so again, Divya, I'm not saying that what you did is wrong. I'm just saying that you just got to ask yourself whether it's within your strategy parameters to take a shot. Whether if you're using counter trend strategy and it shows itself, then sure, by all means. But if you find yourself just taking a pot shot just based on a chart like that, on a weekly chart, then it's a bit dangerous. Okay, so that we are at that level, but I need to be short at 4 hour. I need 4 hour, the 4 hour charts to at least show me some weakness first before I'm willing to jump into short. Okay, so that's a euro dollar for you. Basically no trend the high term time frame, but we are at that level, key level. Who was the one that asked for pound dollar just now? Let me check. Ho Hee Chong. Hee Chong, is it pound dollar? Okay, let's go to pound dollar. Okay, let's start from the weekly chart. Okay, what do you guys do? Up, down, sideways? Lina, you say bullish. Any reason why it's bullish? Okay, for me it's still bearish. Bearish to probably consolidating a bit. Engulfing candle. Are you talking about... Okay, Lina says bullish because of engulfing candle. Okay, let's discuss. Are you talking about this? Is this the engulfing candle you're talking about? It's bullish, yeah, bullish engulfing. Because I don't see any other bullish engulfing candle here. Or talking about this one. Oh, I see. Okay, your analysis is correct. It is a bullish engulfing candle, but a candle does not mean a change of trend. Okay, so if you see all this is a low that was broken, right? Okay, so you see a slight lower low here, a lower high here compared to this high, another lower low here, another lower high here, another lower low here, and for me this whole area is lower high. The only thing that might signal a change of trend or consolidation is this is a higher low compared to this. So it is not in the uptrend yet. It is bearish to sideways. This looks a bit like a head and shoulder, isn't it? Yep. So BMO is still bearish because not able to close it. Yeah. So BMO is saying that it is still bearish because the price is not able to close above the moving average. And BMO will only consider bullish when moving average crossover. Yep. That's one way to look at things. You can use your moving average to confirm your price action, correct? You can do that. For me, I just stick to price action. I love price action, and this is more towards bearish to consolidation. Okay, take note of this, yeah. If you want to see a change of trend to the upside, right? For a bullish trend to start, a key thing is a higher high. Not a higher low. A higher low is only a signal that it might change. It might not, or it might just consolidate. Okay, so for uptrend to be present, higher high very important. For downtrend to be present, a lower low needs to be present. So if this, either this is not present, then it's not really a change of trend yet. It might be a start of it if you see a higher low or lower high, but without these two present, it's not a significant change yet. Okay, just bear that in mind. Yep. Let me just delete the drawings. Yeah, I'll talk about dollar yen soon, Bima. Dollar yen is definitely bearish, but let me talk about it soon. Okay, so pound dollar wise, it is bearish. Okay, you can draw some kind of a head and shoulder here. You see that this is the neckline. Okay, so let's try to plan the trade around it. All right, let's go to the daily chart. Okay, so let me delete some lines here. Okay, so the head and shoulder level, this is quite a key support level, anywhere around the 141 area. Delete some of the lines. Okay, there's a bit of a trend line here. Okay, so it's slightly like a inverse head and shoulder with a bit of a slanted neckline. Okay, but this is the resistance we're talking about. So pound dollar to me is consolidating. The closer we get to the 14350 area, which is where we are right now, and near the resistance, there's a high chance that price the best might come in here. Okay, I'm going to be quite keen to see what happens around here. Okay, you can see that is the good sign that it has made a lower high compared to this. So it's the first sign that the bearishness is there. In fact, it made a lower low, but it's a false break of the support. It tried to break below, but only for it to shoot back up. All right, most probably caused by the USD dovishness because of the Fed, but that's fundamental. But it is what it is. So right now, this is a potential another lower high. So if you see, if this becomes a lower high area, basically consecutive lower highs indicates that the momentum is to the downside, and there's a chance that we might start moving downwards. And if it breaks this support again, very, very likely that it might go to this level here, or it might make a new low even. Okay, so keep an eye on that resistance area around the 14350 for the pound dollar. Right now it's just consolidating. Okay, but the weekly still looks bearish. However, if you break this previous high, right, then the trade plan changes. Okay, if it breaks above 144, you got to be flexible enough to say that, hey, something has changed here. I can't be just looking for shorts. I might need to replan again. Okay, because if it breaks 144, it signals that it might be a break of a new high. Okay, we might signal a change of trend on the weekly chart. Okay. Lina says that she sees a double bottom to bullish pound may break out to the upside, you mean? Yep, possible. Possible, Lina. You might be right, but the key thing is this, is to let the trade come to you, remember? So your analysis might be right, but if it breaks 144, then I think it's more of a confirmation towards your analysis. But for me, the weekly is more towards bearish to consolidating. Okay, so the one key rule that I learned from my coach the last time is that if you trade using price action, you need to follow price action like a dog. Okay, meaning that only trade when price shows itself. More often than not, sometimes traders, we tend to try to jump the gun, and we can get lucky again, but the question is, will it be consistent if you keep doing that? Okay, so try to follow direction. So your analysis can be wrong, can be right, but let the price show it to you first before jumping in. So if you're bullish, to me, I need to let it break 144 first. Okay, now even if you want to take a lucky, not say lucky, but even if you want to take a pot shot at it and you're bullish, this is not the right place to take anymore. It's too close to resistance. If I'm going to do that, I will take it near support, which was where we were a couple of days back. Okay, so that's pound dollar for you. Okay, let's go dollar yen now. Alvin, I'll touch Euro Cat soon. Okay, dollar yen, let's take a look at the weekly chart. Okay, what's this, bearish, bullish, or sideways? This is quite clear-cut bearish, isn't it? So lower low, lower high, another lower low. Do we see any form of support here? Not much, isn't it? So if you draw a line here, this level of support was breached. Next level support is actually quite close to 106 or 105. This is 105. Let me zoom out a bit. Yeah, there's a bit of support here at around the 108 level where we are right now. Okay, but it looks very bearish, isn't it? MACD, there's no divergence, looks converging. Okay, the only question is where's a good place to short for? So it looks very bearish. In fact, I watched on Bloomberg the other day, Mr. Yen, one of the famous Japanese professors and ex-finance minister, I think, he predicted they will go to 105. Okay, but that's fundamentals. But I mean, in terms of the technicals, it looks very bearish. And yeah, it seems that let's take a look at lower time frame. Okay, so weekly is definitely bearish. Let's go to the daily chart now. Okay, daily chart very bearish as well. Now, this is a very nice setup. If you look at this support here, okay, if you look at how it consolidated for quite a while, for about a few months, and there's no surprise when it broke the 111 level, right? It signals a very clear trend to the downside. Okay, this 111 level. Now I was aware of this support level, but I did not take the trade because I was waiting for a pullback. It did not come to my area. Okay, but for those of you who took the trade based on the breakout, then you should be quite happy right now because it's a very nice trade. And the thing about the yen pairs, the character of the yen pairs are quite different sometimes. When it moves, it really moves. So sometimes the breakout might not have pullback. So you got to be a bit more smarter sometimes. I miss this one. But you see the 111 level, how nicely it broke, and it just boom, went straight down. Okay, if you look at the 4-hour chart, where was the 111 level? 111 level, where are you? So let's see, somewhere here. Yep, there was a small consolidation. Look at how it came down. There was a small consolidation here, couple of candles, and then it just bam, drop again. Okay, so right now, keep an eye near the 109 level. Okay, whether it might fail and drop again. But the yen pair, sometimes the retracement might not be much. It might just be slightly and then it drops. Okay, so just be mindful. So this 111 level was a very key level. It broke. Any of you took this trade to a short side? And now I got this client I spoke to regarding the dollar yen, and sorry about that. Yeah, so I was saying I got this client I spoke to about regarding his trade on dollar yen, and basically he was long dollar yen since 110. 110 was near that support at 111. Okay, which is not a bad level to be bullish at because you notice every time when it touched near 110, 111, it bounced back up. So he was in profit for a few months, early 2016, and he was relatively happy. But this week, obviously, he's not that happy because it broke the support. But he's still keeping it. So I asked him, why are you keeping your long position on the dollar yen? I mean, it's clearly bearish on the charts, isn't it? Why don't you just cut it and not plan another trade? Well, his reason is that he thinks that the BOJ will intervene, which will cause the yen to weaken and all the yen pairs will shoot up. Okay, then the BOJ are famous for intervening into the FX market, isn't it, to weaken the yen? Very famous in doing that. They sell the yen and buy foreign currency. So what they do is that because they don't want the yen to get too strong, which will affect the exporting companies, so they weaken the yen. So his reason is that, he's sure that the BOJ will intervene soon. Now, a question to you: any of you have that kind of thinking when it comes to trading? Any of you have that kind of thinking? That means you use your fundamental bias to try to support a losing trade. Okay, some yes. Now, the thing is this, fundamental wise, right, it's anybody's guess. I mean, who is very difficult to try to predict what Yellen might say, what the BOJ might do, what Draghi might say. And to me, when it comes to news, yes, we can make an educated guess, but there are a lot of variables in it. You notice that in the past few years, right, the market is so dynamic whereby sometimes even though the news might seem a very straightforward move in the market, it's actually not as straightforward, meaning that sometimes, for example, let's say if the RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, hike interest rates. Hike interest rate means they increase interest rates. In theory, or more often than not, the Aussie dollar should strengthen, isn't it? But sometimes the Aussie dollar will actually weaken just because it's near a resistance level. So the correlation changes all the time. So it's very hard to predict fundamental what might happen. Okay, my take is this. If you're a trader and you're trading on technical charts, if you're wrong, it's better to get out first. Okay, because what makes you think that the BOJ will intervene at 108? Why not 106? Why not 105? Why not 100? So if you are going to do that, right, then you're not trading, it's more of hoping. And hoping is very dangerous. So to me, if you want to be a trader and a good trader, one of the key rules is to not cut loss. Cut loss. Because I see it many times whereby clients use all kinds of fundamental bias to try to support their losing position. Okay, so it's quite interesting in terms of the psychology wise, because they will draw all kinds of reasons to try to support. It's a belief, isn't it? It's just like, let me give you an example. Let's say, no offense to the woman who, to the ladies in the webinar, right? But I'm just saying that, let's say that if a lot of guys always have this bias that women are bad drivers, they will find all kinds of reasons to substantiate their belief, isn't it? So, for example, if they are in a multi-story car park and they see a car being very slow or not sure how to park, and then immediately they jump to the conclusion that it's a woman driver. Okay, because they're trying to find reasons to believe that. So it's the same thing for trading. If you are in a losing position and you are trying to find a fundamental reason to support that losing position, whereby the fundamental reason might be even a 50-50 chance of happening, then it's a very dangerous game you're playing, because you're letting your losses run and run and run. And trust me, when you have losses, right, it's very hard to have a clear mind to plan another trade. You get what I mean? So I mean, it's just my way of analyzing the market and trading. It's just fundamentally sometimes quite dangerous. Lina, it's not biased, it's biologically true. I appreciate your honesty. I'm not going to, again, it's just an example. Yeah, I'm not going to get into a discussion on whether men or women are better drivers. I think both are equally good drivers. Okay, but I'm just trying to use the example to try to show you what do I mean by using your bias to try to substantiate what you believe in. That's about it. Okay. So, sorry for my long-windedness, but I thought it's good to share a bit more, especially in terms of psychology, because trading a lot is psychology. So, dollar yen still looks very bearish. I'm looking for another retracement. Maybe let's see what happens back to 109, and hopefully it comes down again. Okay, so this dollar yen for you. Okay, the other yen pair that I'm eyeing is pound yen. Pound yen. Now, pound yen, if you look at the daily chart, okay, so the weekly chart is very bearish. I won't show you the weekly chart because we're running out of time. But if you look at this level here, we are near the key level at around 156. Okay, so we are at that level here. I would really love to see what happens at 156 tomorrow or the next few days, especially on like 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart is on the uptrend now, so it's not turned around. But around this 156 area, if I see short-term weakness on a 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart, I'm happy to take it down again, maybe back to the previous low at around 152, 153. Okay, so just be take note, pound yen, nice level we're looking at. So the retracement is nicer in dollar yen, but pay close attention 156. Hey Sebastian, good to hear from you. Thanks for dropping by today. It's been a while since you came, isn't it? Okay, so that's pound yen for you. The other one that I'm looking at is euro pound. All these are trending markets I'm looking at, so you just pay attention. So euro pound, if you look at the weekly and daily chart, we are at that support zone. So daily chart, now if you want to know definition of the uptrend, this is a really nice uptrend, okay? This is euro pound. We are at that level near the 79.50 area. Okay, we are at that level of support, and we might have some form of reaction. I think there's a possible chance that we may make another push higher. Maybe not to break a new high, but maybe back to the 81 cents area to see what happens. Because if you look at the daily and weekly, both are in really nice uptrends for euro pound. And if you see the next level of resistance for the euro pound, actually all the way to near the 81.50, which we have not reached yet. Okay, so very nice uptrend. So euro pound is one of the few charts out there whereby the weekly and daily are telling the same thing. So I'm more than happy to join the uptrend and hopefully target the previous high, if not the new high at 81.50. Okay, that's euro pound. So these are a few trending, not many trending markets, but euro pound and the yen pairs quite nicely poised to the I mean quite nicely trending, these two. Okay. Somebody mentioned EuroCat. Let's talk about EuroCat now. So every week I try to show you what charts I'm looking at, yeah, in terms of yes, Raju, Pound Swiss. Raju, yeah, Pound Swiss is a nice downtrend as well. But that was a trade from last. The Pound, okay, later I cover Pound Swiss. In fact, let me talk about Pound Swiss first. Now, Raju, I'm not sure whether you remember, but Pound Swiss was something I highlighted, I think, 3 webinars ago. It was such a beautiful trend. Okay, again, I'm not here to try to brag that, see, I told you. Okay, there are good trades, there are bad trades, but whenever a weekly chart or daily chart shows a change of trend, right, you've got to be very alert. And if you look back 2 or 3 webinars ago, I highlighted a couple of times that Pound Swiss on the weekly chart, it broke a key support level of 1.4. So I'm losing my voice. But if you look at the weekly chart, look at this weekly support trend line. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. The level is around the 1.4 area. Let me just adjust the line a bit. Okay, it's around here. Around the oh my goodness. Wait. Okay, around the 14080, 141 area. Okay, and when it broke, right? Okay, it was a really nice candle close below this whole support trend line. So even though this support trend line wasn't that, even though this support trend line wasn't that clear, it's around 140 to 14080. This big candle close below signifies that the bears are in charge. And I was waiting for a really nice entry to take it to the downside for a swing trade. And it happened beautifully. Okay, so Raju, thanks for bringing that up. This is a really nice trending candle. So whenever weekly chart has a very significant change of trend, which I mentioned just now, whether this is lower low or higher high, right? For this case, lower low, and it's a nice big candle close below the previous support. Trust me, you can just stick to that pair and trade it for the rest of the 1-2 weeks and just take it down from there. Okay, so just be very mindful for such change of trend. Look at this, beautiful, and the trends keep continuing. Right now, I hope that it will come back to maybe the 137 area, and I'm more than happy to take it back to the downside. Okay, did you take the trade, Raju, for this Pound Swiss? Oh, you didn't take it. Okay, it's okay. I mean, it happens every now and again, so just be alert to it. So just take note. I'm keen to see what happens near the 137 area, and then hopefully it comes back down again. Okay, so just Pound Swiss for you. Now let me talk to you about EuroCat. Somebody mentioned EuroCat just now. Where is that person? So I can't find who mentioned EuroCat. Let me see. Are you still here? Oh, Alvin, go. I still around. EuroCat's coming down, touch a major support. Will you long on a rejection there? Major support. I see your major support. Your major support is this one. Seems to be broken. Let me delete some lines first. Yeah. Yep. You're talking about this trend line support, right, Alvin? I saw the same thing, and what I liked a couple of days back was that it made a very nice higher high compared to this high. So for me, I was hoping that I was a bit concerned to long. For me, I need to let it clear the 1.5 because if you see all this area here, right, there's a lot of resistance around the 1.5 region. See all this? So I wanted to clear this resistance first, and then I'm more than happy to join the uptrend. But obviously it didn't. And right now this whole higher high has been reversed to the downside. So no, I wouldn't buy a support just like that. Okay, buying support resistance is not a strategy. You need to look for other forms of confirmation. So right now, daily chart, no direction. I would stay away from this currency pair for now. Let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, weekly chart, not much direction as well. Well, the weekly chart gives you a bit more of an understanding. So this trend line, okay, is still valid in the sense that if we bounce from here, it shows that the trend line is still a strong support. So take note of this trend line. Okay, because sometimes the daily chart might pierce through the support, but then it bounced up. So the weekly chart might be just a shadow, just like what happened here, just like what happened here. Okay, but if this trend line support is being held and we break the 1.5 resistance, then I would say I would jump in and try to plan the trade to the upside. Okay, if it breaks below here, I'm not that keen anymore because the trend is not that clear. But for me, I'd rather move up Okay, so for me, if you want to take a long off the support, not recommended. I wouldn't say a high probability trade. I would rather let it break the resistance first, then join in the trade. Okay, because it's just a support. Lena, Euro CAD may go down as CAD appreciates because of oil. Yes, correct. But how you know oil will appreciate, Lena? Based on what factors? So Lena says that Euro CAD may go down as CAD appreciate because of oil. Possible. I don't deny. I mean, I don't doubt your statement. But is there any technical or fundamental reason why you think oil will appreciate? It has been appreciating for the past few weeks, isn't it? Oh, you read somewhere. Okay, okay. No, thanks for asking all these questions, Dina, because I like to get into discussion with fundamental and technical analysis and how to differentiate it. So the thing about reports and things like this, all based on fundamental. Again, it's a prediction. It can be educated prediction from Goldman Sachs. It can be a prediction from your friend. It can be a prediction from some guru seminar that you went to last Saturday at Suntec City, for example. But again, all these are fundamental predictions. So for me, I still base my trades on technicals. I'm not saying that they're wrong. They might be right. But number one, the most important thing is what's the time frame they're looking at. And is their time, let's say their time horizon looking at is 2 years. Is your trades that you take based on the 2-year trade plan? You get what I mean? So there's always a mismatch of, thanks Bimal, I hope to see you soon. But there's always a mismatch of time horizon that you need to take account for. Okay, and fundamentally a lot of things can happen that we wouldn't know. So I'd rather plan based on technical. So for me, if Euro CAD breaks the trendline support, then I'll be bearish. But if this support trendline is still there and it's still being supported, no matter what they say about oil, whether oil will start going down from here or things like that, okay, I wouldn't look too much into it. I will look at the technicals of Euro CAD first. Okay, I hope you guys understand what I mean. Okay, so so Lina, your analysis of oil might be absolutely correct. Okay, but I need my technicals confirm it before I trust the fundamental. That's the way I see things. I need the technicals to confirm it first. Okay. Okay, so that's all. Okay, it's 8:14. Wow, I see that. Okay, so again, this webinar is recorded. So if you guys want to listen to what I say again, we'll try to upload it within the next 1-2 days. All right. If not, thank you so much for coming by. I'm holding these sessions every fortnightly, so come with any questions you have. And yeah, don't forget to always plan the trade and trade the plan. All right, have a good night, everybody. Thank you.